Now this is a story about the black dog, and a hideous thing from the cliff did spring, and its wild bark thrilled around. His eyes had the glow of the fires below. It was the form of the spectral hound. For centuries, people in East Anglia and in other areas have told tales of a giant black dog with enormous red eyes that roams the landscape. And to see him will bring bad luck for you or a loved one. You or a loved one would be dead within a year. And if you hear him cry, the hairs on the back of your neck will stand up, and his footfalls cannot be heard. So if you hear a cry and you think it might possibly be the black dog, Black Shuck, it's best to shut your eyes so you can't see him. Shut your eyes just in case it was him, or perhaps it was just the wind in the reeds. Some say Black Shuck was brought to this country by Odin and Thor when they came with the Vikings and left behind. Some say he's the ghost of Hugh Bygod, who roamed East Anglia with Geoffrey de Mandeville during the anarchy years after the death of Henry I, siding with whoever was winning, pillaging and destroying wherever they went. Some say he's the old dog of a smuggler who used to sail in and out of the North Norfolk coast, and that when he drowned at sea, the dog still keeps looking from Home Beach right down to the other end of that smuggler's route, the Pedder's Way. So is he a piece of folklore? Is he a relic of the anarchic days? Or is he just a smuggler's warning to keep you off the footpaths, the bridleways, the roadways at night? Or do we just all possibly have a need to be scared? Consider these sightings. There was a young blind boy on Thetford Bridge one Christmas Eve with his sister watching the water. And he says to his sister, Sis, something's trying to push me in and it feels like a dog. She looked, she could see nothing. But he insisted, it's pushing me. And she could see something was pushing at his back, but there was nothing there. But she grabbed hold of him and she pulled him back just before he was toppled into the water. There was the old gamekeeper in a Suffolk woodland who swore to his dying day Black Shuck had been under his hand one day on a track through that woodland. A man not scared of any poacher on 2 or 4 legs, but he knew that what had been under his hand had a rough, shaggy, coarse back. There was the charwoman, acting as a chaperone for one of her daughters while out with her boyfriend, walking at Gelderston. The daughter says to her mother, Mum, please, scare it away. There's a big black dog walking with us. It's a hateful, horrible thing. But neither the mother nor the boyfriend could see that dog. Her daughter touched her, and when she did, she could see it, and she remembered. Her daughter had been born in the chime hours, and she could see things that the mother couldn't. And every time the daughter touched her, she could see that dog. and it stayed with them for half a mile until it turned up a trackway towards the church, giving them one last look over its shoulder. There's the two wildfowlers at Bradwell-on-Sea in Essex, shooting ducks. And from nowhere a big black dog appeared, walked in front, scaring them half to death, as if they weren't even there. It didn't care it was being watched. And the same thing happened as they got closer to home. And then consider at Wicken and Reach. After a shoot on the fens, people drinking in the 5 miles from anywhere. Anthony Wentworth Day wanted to walk home with some of the men along that fen bank, but they wouldn't go. Not for friendship or money, because the son, the sister of one of them, had seen Black Shuck a couple of days before and had fainted clear away. But for all those sightings, there's never been any evidence. Nothing to say there's definitely been a dog here. In 2017, there was an archaeological dig at Leiston Abbey, close to the Suffolk coast. And one of the things they discovered was the skeleton of a dog, a large dog. A dog supposedly 7 feet tall and a male dog. A skeleton buried carefully after that abbey had been disused and abandoned. Around the same time that a black dog, Shuck himself, had terrified the churchgoers at Bungay and Blytheborough, leaving 1 or 2 dead. Have we finally seen and found evidence for Black Shuck? And if so, why is he still searching? And who is he searching for? And a hideous thing from the cliff did spring, and its wild bark thrilled around. Its eyes had the glow of the fires below. 'Twas the form of the spectral hound.